all. We are back. My first guest is one of the biggest action stars around. He has starred in the films Triple X and The Fast and the Furious. Beginning today, you can see him in A Man Apart. Please welcome Vin Diesel. Thanks so much for being here.
Thank you for having me.
You know, I know you worked for a long time. You came up probably in your mind slowly, but this movie Fast and the Furious, and to a lot of people, it just seems like you came out of nowhere and became huge, just like a huge international star. Women go crazy for you. Are you getting used to that?
You know, I was never a pretty boy, obviously, and...
Well, take it from me, it's not easy. You know what I'm saying? I'm a person!
I'm a human being!
I'm a human being, not a piece of meat!
Love me for my mind!
No, but okay, so this wasn't your experience when you were younger?
No, I had to work real hard. When I was younger, I had to go to great lengths to get a date.
Right. Oh, really?
Yeah. I remember one Valentine's Day, I stood out, you know the Ticketron where you stand out and you get
right there, like in Times Square, yeah.
I stood out there all day to get tickets for Dreamgirls for a girlfriend. To take her to Dreamgirls to the Broadway show. Right. Because it was half price. I didn't have any money, obviously.
So you were committed. You were
I
trying.
thought I was committed. I was trying to be romantic. And,
That's a nice thing.
That's one of those sweet stories. That...
Right. It was manufactured by your publicity machine. Now, obviously, what's the most out of control that it's gotten for you? Give me an example, because the way people, especially young people, react to you now, does it ever get dangerous or weird when you're out in public?
It does. I did TRL about 7 months ago, and...
That's Total Request Live.
That's right.
I'm sorry, most of my fans are in their late 80s, and I have to... What's that guy talking about?
Okay. And I get in the car and we go down 45th Street and then make a right on 8th Avenue. And 2 blocks up 8th Avenue, I see a whole crowd of kids running in the middle of the street.
Just chasing your car.
At rush hour, yeah. And so I'm like, I don't know what to do.
Right.
Do I pull over?
A lot of people in that situation would fantasize about something like that, but when it really happens, it's probably scary.
Yeah, because you don't want anyone to get hurt at your expense.
Right. Now, you have this image right now that you know, action star, tough guy, but there is, for lack of a better term, maybe a slightly nerdy side to Vin Diesel. Is that fair to say? Please don't rip my head off, reach into my neck and pull my heart out, but... You can do that later, but let's just say a side to you that people might not expect. Is that fair to say?
I spent a lot of years playing a game called Dungeons and Dragons.
Wow.
Very few people know that I was rolling 20-sided dice and talking like a half-orc.
You would talk in the voice when you played the game?
Oh, we completely role-played, yeah.
You're kidding.
How dare you!
Yeah. That's amazing. Fear not, Gandalf is on the way. That's what I would be if I was playing with you. You would not let me play with you, probably. You'd be like, that guy's too nerdy. He's got to go. So you played this for, like, how long?
For, like, 24 years.
For 24 years?
I know. I call it the training ground for imagination.
Right. Well, that's very...
But this was before video games.
Right.
I mean, I started playing in the 70s.
Right.
And this was, I mean, I could have played Risk, Monopoly, or D&D.
Right, which was probably the cooler of those games.
I think, yeah.
And you created a character for yourself, didn't you?
I created a character. No one knows this, but in Triple X, one of the tattoos right above my belly button or below my belly button, and I don't know why I'm saying this, was the name Melkor. And that came from a character that I had.
That you created in Dungeons and Dragons.
That was a drow witch hunter, double specialized witch hunter. But this is all technical stuff.
There are
Why
so
am I
many
doing
nerds
this?
watching right now who are just thrilled because you're making them cool suddenly.
They're gonna go.
All these guys are watching and go, "Go, Vin Diesel, go! Go!" All hail Melkor, you know? I think that's neat, though. I think it's neat that you did it. It's neat that you'll talk about it. You're also, you're interested in possibly doing a movie where you might sing.
Yeah.
I know you've done that before. Is that right?
I did sing once before in a movie, and it was a film called Strays that I directed before I did Saving Private Ryan.
Right.
And I sang the Tin Man song.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
We tried so hard to get that footage
you did.
today.
I know you did.
I wanted to spin it's not out there. I can't find
Where's
it anywhere.
the footage? Where's the clip?
But we did find you in a stage production of Mary Poppins.
Oh.
You were a lovable chimney sweep.
Right.
So you're open to singing in a movie, and you're actually interested in maybe doing a remake of Guys and Dolls, which is a cool idea.
Yeah, it doesn't get cooler than Guys and Dolls.
Well, Brando, I think, you know.
Brando, Sinatra.
Right, right.
If Brando did it, then you know it's cool.
Then it's fine.
Yeah.
Is that going to happen, do you think? Is this a project that's really in the works?
Musicals are hard to get the rights to because that's how come we see so few of them.
Right.
But we're keeping our fingers crossed.
Yeah, that would just be amazing.
We'll make it happen.
That's very cool, you know? You can now you have the power to do what you want with your career, which
That's
is
the
neat.
whole
Rather than
thing.
just stay in the same groove and just keep giving people the same thing, you can do what you want. You can redefine yourself.
Well, I started out, you know, I've acted since I was 7, and I didn't, you know, I went out to LA to be a star, and I thought that because I had all this New York experience that the doors would open, and they didn't. So I came back to New York with my tail between my legs, and I did a short film. I wrote a short film called Multifacial, and that's how it happened. And then Spielberg saw Multifacial and wrote a role.
And that's how Private
That's how I
Ryan
did Saving
happened.
Private Ryan.
Very neat. Well, let's talk about this movie. It's called A Man Apart, which I got to watch today, and it's a pretty cool movie. There's a lot of...
It's intense.
It's an intense movie.
Yeah.
Well, you want to tell people a little bit about it before we show the clip?
It's an incredibly intense movie. It was an emotional ride. I was kind of lost in this depressed state for 3 months.
Because your character, I don't want to give too much away, but I don't think I am by saying that your character's...
His wife dies.
Wife, gets killed, and he goes on this search for who made this happen, and so you really had to live that character for a while and be that depressed and haunted.
That's right, because every scene, even the most explosive of action scenes in the movie, Gary Gray, the director, was very clever to always bring it back to the idea that this guy was in pain because he was alone, and he loved this woman so much.
Yeah. Well, we have a clip here from the film. What do we need to know to understand the clip?
You're seeing a clip of Sean Vetter, the character I play, going into the prison where Lucera, the lead drug cartel leader, is at, and he's interrogating him.
And you put him there.
I put him there.
Yeah. Let's take a look at this clip from A Man Apart.
Did you kill my wife? Answer me. Answer the question.
Let her step away from the prisoner! Let her, damn it, I told him!
Get away, get away.
I was just asking him for a smoke.
Get off me. I got a smoke ring.
If I wanted you dead, you would be.
Who is that actor? Because he's great, too.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Gino Silva.
Yeah, he was excellent.
Yeah, he was in Amistad. He's an amazing actor.
Well, there are a lot of twists and turns, too, but people will find
A lot
it
of
out
great actors
when
in it.
they see it. A Man Apart is in theaters now. Vin, very cool to meet you. Great to have you on the show.
Thank you for
Continued
having me.
success.
Thank
Vin
you.
Diesel, everybody. Shannon Doherty. Coming up, we'll take a break. We'll be right back.